It was a hot day of October 1958 at Castel Gandolfo, where Pope Pius XII was lying in bed due to ischemia, a disease where the tissue gets an insufficient amount of blood supply to keep it alive. During his final days, he requested that he was to be treated by an Italian physician, Riccardo Galeazzi-Lisi, as his personal physician. Perhaps he had a personal connection with prominent figures, including the Pope himself, that he was able to secure a position as a chief physician. Riccardo had minimal medical training, and yet he was regarded as an integral member of the International Society for the History of Medicine. During the critical final days of the Pope, Riccardo was the one responsible to take care of him, in which he took the opportunity to make the Pope's final days to be as lucrative for him as much as possible. He became the go-to for the press to acquire insiders' information. This caused quite a stir, as his attempt at subtly informing the press of the passing of the Pope was a false alarm. He told the press that a specific window of Castel Gandolfo will be opened to signal the passing of the Pope. Considering that the weather was particularly hot that day, an unsuspecting nurse opened the window in question to let in some air. The press took it as the signal and publicized that the Pope had already passed away, when in fact he was still alive. Riccardo also gave away articles and photographs of the dying Pope's last moments to an Italian magazine and a French magazine called Paris Match. He was also planning to publish the documentation of the final 4 days of the Pope's life, which, in the end, didn't happen. When it comes to the process of embalming, at the beginning of the last century, the internal organs of popes were preserved in jars and kept separately from their bodies. It was only during Pope Pius X who considered the practice gruesome and put a halt to it before his own death in 1914. In Pope Pius XII's case, he continued this legacy and had a specific request where he wanted his body to be kept in the same condition in which God created it, meaning no extraction of his organs to be preserved in a jar. When Pope Pius XII had finally passed away, Riccardo took the honourable task of embalming his body, but with a twist. He, along with another surgeon, Oreste Nuzzi, wanted to embalm his body by using a method they invented, which they claimed was how Jesus Christ was embalmed. According to the two physicians, the process required no injections, and it also did not have to be denuded. The body would be coated with various oils and resins, and then wrapped with a cellophane sheet. They assumed that, by the end, the body would be properly preserved and sweet-smelling. However, there is a very good reason scientists abandoned this practice, as it allows internal gases in the organs to build as the body decays. Due to the blockage of air by the cellophane, the chemical reactions in the body of the Pope started to build up, causing anaerobic decomposition. In other words, the Pope's body was decomposing fast. Riccardo tried embalming it the second time, but it didn't solve the problem, and the body had to be sent for procession. During the procession from Castel Gandolfo to Rome, the body started decomposing right in front of the audience. If that was not horrific enough, it was said that the Pope's chest was expanding. The chemicals inside the body had nowhere to escape, and eventually, the Pope's chest imploded. His nose and fingers fell off, and his body turned emerald green. The stench was so putrid that few of the stoic Swiss guards fainted, and they had to be on rotation to evade the smell. Riccardo was never officially blamed for his embalming services, and he was never blamed by the Vatican for the medical condition of the Pope, which, as with all other popes, was in the hand of a committee of doctors. He was only punished for his indiscretion with the media and his misuse of his medical privileges. He was also banned from Vatican City for life. In 1960, Riccardo attempted to dispel accusations made against him in his book In the Shadow and the Light of Pius XII. This has been The Enigma. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a like and share it with your friends. If you have a topic you'd like me to do in the future, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell so you'd get notified as soon as there's a new episode. As usual, stay safe and have a great day.